Ladies and gentlemen, friends of BrassFusion, welcome to this virtual concert by my very good friends BrassFusion down in the south. I'm Brian Grindle and I used to be compere for BrassFusion back in the day before my wife and I moved up here to the Isle of Arran and Western Scotland, and the piece of music that you've just heard, of course, was It's Raining Men. Such a fantastic piece to start with. Lots of energy, lots of musicianship, and boy, is it good to hear BrassFusion again. For the odd mistake that might creep in, you may well be aware of the fact that I'm recording this live, so I haven't rehearsed it. And without further ado, on with the concert. Well, lovers of Roger Miller, as in England swings like a pendulum do, will probably recognise that as King of the Road. But this time it's King of the Cab, because it's been put together by Martin Buss, who is nominally the leader of BrassFusion. And it was written by a friend of the group, Nigel Lawless. Nigel was the euphonium player with James Shepherd Versatile Brass. Now, those of you who know Martin Buss will realise that he spends most of his working time sitting in his cab, driving up and down the country. And in the evenings, when he's taking his break, he will get out his cornet or his trumpet and he will play. And that, of course, was one of the pieces that Nigel Lawless had put together. So without further ado, we'll now go on to the next piece. was brilliant. That's a piece called Born to Drive, and it was written by a local composer, Martin Adams, for BrassFusion, and Martin decided that it would be a good idea to put the whole thing together. This was the first remote recording done by BrassFusion. I mean, everybody is trying to get music practices, choir practices, theatre rehearsals, etc., done by Zoom. And I think you'll agree with me that that was a really successful piece of music. Goes together very well. How difficult it is to get it all organised and synchronised, I don't know, because I'm non-techie. On a personal note, one of the things that I enjoyed about Born to Drive was the bear with a hat on, and also Ruth Ahurst, on a motorway bridge somewhere. Amazing. Well done, Ruth. Sounded good. Hope you're enjoying what you're hearing so far. I certainly am. That lovely romantic piece was Blossom, and it was written again by Martin Adams, the local composer, for his girlfriend. And I think that's a fabulous tribute to his musicianship, and she must be some special lady. Martin Buss heard it and decided that he'd like to put it into his virtual concert tonight for you. It's a lovely, lovely piece, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the fact that I'm wearing a different rugby shirt for every number as well, and it's providing me an opportunity to get all my old rugby shirts out and put them on, and they have been washed, so there we are. What we've got now for you is something that needs no introduction from me whatsoever. I'll talk to you about it when it's been played. All right, enjoy. And of course, you don't need me to tell you, but I will anyway, that was Phantom of the Opera. And now it's time for me to introduce the members of BrassFusion to you, ladies and gentlemen. In no particular order: Paul Labus on euphonium, Mark Zivilic on percussion, Martin Buss on cornet and trumpet, Andy Hodges on trumpet and French horn, Ben Godwin on bass guitar, Sean Buss on tuba, Alf Hughes on flugelhorn, Ruth Hayhurst on tenor horn, and Steve Smith on trombone. And if they ever get a chance to see this, hi guys, I miss you. I miss you a lot, and so does Manda. What we're going on to now is a piece of music called Funk, F-U-N-K, Funk, which was actually an unaccompanied grade 7 piece for cornet and trumpet by Alan Vizzuti. And Martin thought it would be a good idea to play it, and it gives Mark Zivilic the opportunity to play percussion at the same time. Okay, so enjoy Funk. Well, that was funk, and I hope you enjoyed it. Martin Buss there on trumpet and Mark Zivilik on percussion. The next piece we've got for you, ladies and gentlemen, is a personal favourite of mine, and this shows Martin in his multi-role or multi-playing, multi-layered instrumental virtuosity. He plays all the parts on this, apart from the piano accompaniment that he discovered on YouTube. Put it all together, sat in his cab, and it's a real pleasure to bring him to you playing Bugler's Holiday. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Bugler's Holiday, written by Leroy Anderson and featured Martin Buss in the cab. We've almost finished now, but before the final number, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to read something that Sean Buss sent to me. It says, "This has been a very difficult time for all the music-related sectors. It is unknown how long this situation will last and how long the restrictions on playing will be in place. The rules change almost weekly depending on the rise and fall of the infection rate. We're all trying our best to stay positive, creating new ideas to encourage groups to continue, keeping players connected and willing to practice, plus, when possible, performing together. Socially distanced, of course." I hope you've enjoyed listening to BrassFusion and seeing them. I've certainly enjoyed being back in the driving seat, as it were, comparing, and I can tell you it's extremely difficult to compare a virtual concert without having an audience to relate to, eyes to catch, jokes to crack. But I hope you enjoy what I've been doing. The final number, ladies and gentlemen, is one that I've long thought is a personal favourite of mine. Written originally by Carlos Santana, and it's time for me to put on my Scottish Indiana Jones hat and to say to you, thank you very much for watching, listening. Hope you've enjoyed it. And remember, BrassFusion are the best. Good night and thank you.